So I just got done testing out CASETIFY's Ultra Bounce case. Now we're going to take a look at some of their other cases that still offer some really good drop protection, but aren't nearly as bulky, and some of their other accessories such as their Impact HD and their Impact Ultra HD screen protectors. And we also have a little AirTag holder here that has a Spider-Man face on it. So here we have their bounce case, we've got their Impact Ringstand case, which has a built-in kickstand, and we also have their Impact case. Now in this video, we're going to see how these cases fit and feel on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and stick with me until the end of the video because I will also be doing a drop and a scratch test to see how durable these screen protectors are, and by the end of this video, you'll know which one of these accessories are right for you. So let's get started. So the first cases we're going to take a look at are their Impact case. This case has a 8.2 foot drop protection. It's 4 times military grade drop tested, and it's also wireless charging and MagSafe compatible. So here we've got a regular clear case, and then we also have a case here that has a clear backing, but it also has this really cool dotted texture pattern on the back as well. I think that looks pretty cool. Now for the clear case, it does have MagSafe built in, and it's also made of a very hard plastic, as well as the sides. It doesn't feel like it's made of a rubber at all. And then the textured case does have MagSafe built in. Again, it does have a very hard backing, and it seems like the edges are surrounded by a firm rubbery type material. So let's check out the clear case first. This also does have a protector on the inside you want to peel off first. Put our phone inside the case. Fits the phone really good. It doesn't have a grip to it. It does feel kind of like a smooth plastic type material. As far as buttons, nice and clicky, very easily pressable. If we take a look at the case from the side, you can see how much of a raised edge we get around the front of the phone. I also do not have a tempered glass screen protector on my phone either. You can see how thick that back plate is on the phone for protection there. We've got kind of like these little dots on the inside to help with drop protection. You can see our separated volume buttons on the side here along with our action button. We've got our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button, a lanyard hole, and a cutout for our camera button on the side. And on the back again shows off the color of your phone. Looks pretty nice, doesn't seem to pick up fingerprints really at all, so that's definitely a plus. And we also do have a good raised edge around our camera lenses as well. Let's test out that MagSafe. I've got my MagSafe power bank here. Clips right onto the back. Charges your phone. Oh, and it's the MagSafe accessory's got a nice strong hold on the back of the case as well, so you don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessory falling off or your phone coming off your MagSafe accessory. That's really nice. So now let's test out our camera button. So you can easily access that button. Test out our touch gestures. Seems like it's working pretty good as far as touch goes. Yeah, you can very easily access that camera button. I think the cutout is just perfectly made. Very nice. Now let's check out the textured case. The phone's also in the case really good. You don't have to worry about your phone coming out at all. I think this does have this has a plastic protector on the inside as well. Looks pretty nice on the inside. So this case does have a grip to it. Feels really good in the hand. As far as buttons, nice and clicky, easily pressable. If we take a look at it from the side, you can see how much of a raised edge we get around the front of our phone. It does add a little bit of extra bulk to the phone, as you can see from here. On the sides here, we have our separated volume buttons and our action button. We've got our cutouts on the bottom, our power button, our lanyard hole, and our cutout for our camera button on the side. It's got that really cool feel. It kind of feels like snakeskin on the back. It's pretty cool. And we also have that raised edge around our camera lenses again. So let's test out our MagSafe. Clips onto the back, charges your phone. And this case does have a decent hold. It's not as strong as the clear one. I think probably because of the texture on the back it does that, and it allows the power bank to kind of slide back and forth. Again, most likely because of the texture on the back. But I don't think your phone's just going to fall off your MagSafe accessory. Again, it's got a pretty decent hold. It's not nearly as strong as the clear one, but it does work with MagSafe. And again, let's test out our camera button. You can very easily access that from the side. Let's check out the touch gestures. Again, cutout working beautifully. Very easy to access. Touch working perfectly fine. Yeah, it seems to be working really good. Pretty nice case. Again, it does feel really good in hand. I do like the grip of the case. And I do like this pattern on the back, but if you're going to be using MagSafe accessories and you're worried about, you know, the accessories kind of falling off, especially if you're going to use this in your car or something like that, I would probably not get the textured one and go with the clear case. It definitely has a lot stronger MagSafe, but this is still a pretty nice case. And this case also has some extra rubber strips on the inside to help with that drop protection as well, as you can see from the inside of the case here. And then here we have their Impact Ringstand case. This has been drop tested up to 6.6 feet, and it's also 3 times military grade drop tested. It is also compatible with wireless charging and MagSafe accessories. So here's the case. As you can see on the back, I opted for this really kind of like price sticker look to the back. The CASETIFY has a ton of different cases. If you don't like this one, I can almost guarantee that they've got something on their website that you're going to like. But I just thought this looked pretty cool. This also does have a metal kickstand that comes out just like this, and it also adds some extra protection for your cameras on the back. It does have MagSafe built in with a nice hard backing surrounded by a firm rubbery type material. Oh, there's also that protector on the inside. Put our phone in the case. This case also does have some really nice grip to it. Feels good in the hand. As far as buttons, buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable. If we take a look at the case from the side, you can see how much of a raised edge we get around our screen, and it does add a little bit of extra bulk to your phone. This case also does have that kind of extra padding on the inside of the case. You can see the rubber pieces on the side here, and that's going to help with drop protection. Now if we take a look at the side, you can see we do have our volume buttons right here and our action button. We've got some cutouts on the bottom, our power button, a lanyard hole, and our cutout for our camera button on the other side. On the back, again, it's got kind of like all those receipts and price stickers. I think it looks pretty cool. It does have a little bit of a texture to it as well. And the main attraction here is the camera ring. As you can see, it adds a much higher ring than the regular Impact case does, and it also gives you that extra bonus of the metal kickstand, which you can pretty much angle however you want. You can also use it in a portrait mode, so you can take some Zoom calls, things like that. That is pretty nice. And again, it's made of metal. It's held in place with a magnet, and it does seem to be pretty nice. It doesn't just flop around, and you can also kind of fold it all the way back against the case if you really needed to. I really like that. And if you're wondering how much of a raised edge you get with a tempered glass screen protector on your phone, this is what you're looking at. Now let's test out the MagSafe on the back. We've got our MagSafe power bank here. Clips onto the back, charges your phone. And as far as the hold, it's got a pretty decent hold on the back of the case. It's not as strong as the other clear case that I tested out, but I also don't think that the MagSafe accessory is just gonna fall off your phone either. It should definitely hold onto your phone. So now let's test out our camera button on the side. Easily access that camera button. And as far as the touch gestures, you can very easily access those as well. Seems to be working pretty good, just like the other CASETIFY cases. Yeah, very nice. So I absolutely love the patterns on the back of the case, and the best thing about this case has to be this metal kickstand that doesn't take up any more room than the regular camera lens ring would, unlike some of the other cases that have the kickstands that kind of make the case a little bulkier, or they've got this bump that comes across the case. This one looks just as normal as any other case. And then here we have their bounce case. This case does have some pretty good drop protection. It's been drop tested up to 21.3 feet. And to give you a little bit of a context as how high that is, that's about 2 basketball hoops stacked onto each one another. It's also 6 times military grade drop protected. It's got a test lock design, and it's also wireless charging and MagSafe compatible. This case also does come in quite a few different colors. I just have the black and the blue here, which looks pretty nice. So here is the case. It does have a nice hard backing. We got a MagSafe built in, and it's also surrounded by a firm rubbery type materials. And we also have those really thick reinforced corners as well for drop protection. It's also got a plastic cover on the inside you want to peel off before you put your phone inside the case. So if you saw the Ultra Bounce case, but you thought it was a little bulky, this one might be more for you because it still has some good drop protection, especially in the corners, but it's not nearly as bulky. This case does feel good in the hand. It's also got a really good grip to it. As far as buttons goes, buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable. If we take a look at it from the side, you can see how much of a raised edge we get around the front of the phone. And this case doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the case either, but we do have those really thick reinforcements in the corners. We've got our volume buttons on the side along with our action button, cutouts on the bottom. We've got our lanyard hole, power button, and cutout for our camera button. On the back, shows off the color of your phone. Doesn't seem to pick up fingerprints, which is definitely a plus. And we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses as well. It looks like a really nice case, and again, it's got that nice thick edge protection, so you can kind of drop this case on the corners all day and you won't have to worry about your phone getting damaged at all. So let's test out our MagSafe. I've got my MagSafe power bank, clips onto the back, charges your phone, and it's got a pretty decent hold again. It's not the strongest like the first case we did, but it does have a decent hold on your phone to where you don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessory just falling off your phone. Very nice case, especially if you want to protect your phone from drops, but you don't want, a super bulky case. And then here we have it in the blue color. That looks pretty nice too. Very nice looking case. The blue case is also super grippy as well, so you don't have to worry about it just slipping out of your hand. And we've got that kind of texture on the inside to help with drops as well. That looks pretty cool. A lot of reinforcements in the corners and on the back as well, so if you put your phone on its back, you don't have to worry about it touching your camera lenses. Very nice case. Then if you have Apple AirTags, CASETIFY also has a little holder for those as well. Here I have a Spider-Man themed holder. Here is the holder itself. It also comes with a couple little kind of carabiners. And it's very easy to put your AirTag in here. Just simply take your AirTag, place it into the bottom holder, just like this. And then to put it together, it has this locking system. So just take your bottom piece here with this little hole pointing towards the top, and then the other piece kind of rotate off to the left a little bit. You'll see that the holder will come together. Then just simply rotate the two rings together and it's locked in place, so you don't have to worry about your AirTag falling out. And then again, like I mentioned before, we got these little kind of carabiners that you can put through the holes so you can easily clip onto your book bag or whatever you need. So put this little ring on here first. And then we can put this one through there. It just gives it a little more kind of room to move around. So it's pretty cool. Now we're going to take a look at the two tempered glass screen protectors. Now, both of these screen protectors may look the same, but they're not actually the same. One is the Impact HD and the other is the Impact Ultra HD. Now, the main advantage of the AGC tempered glass over the regular tempered glass is that AGC tempered glass has excellent clarity and it's barely noticeable when installed. It also has excellent stain repellent properties. It also seems to fit better around the phone's screen. It also doesn't crack or scratch easily, and it's got a coating that prevents it from shattering in the unlikely event that it cracks. So I'm going to be going through the full installation for each one of these screen protectors. Then I'm going to do a drop and a scratch test to see how different each one of these screen protectors are as far as durability. So the first screen protector we're going to install is the Impact HD screen protector. So we get a huge dust sticker, our installation guide, and one tempered glass screen protector. We also get an installation packet underneath as well. So the first thing we need to do is to thoroughly clean off our screen with the alcohol wipe. Then we'll dry off our screen. Then we'll take our dust sticker, we'll peel off one side, place this over the top of our phone just like this, and then kind of push out the other side. Make sure it's stuck on our phone. Then we're going to take our installation guide. We need to lift up on the tempered glass just like this. We're going to peel off our dust sticker, making sure there's no dust on the screen. Then take the whole phone, press it inside the guide, just like that. Then lay this whole piece down on the top of your phone, making sure that the sticker kind of rests in place between these two posts. Then we're going to hold down on the guide with one hand, and we're going to pull out this little tab on the other side. And then run your finger down the middle here. Wait for it to adhere to your screen like it's doing right now. Once that's done, we can take off the top part of our guide, take the phone out of the case, and we'll take a look. So it does look like a pretty good installation. There are just a couple bubbles at the top of the screen here that we just need to get out right there. Not bad at all. And there we go. Looks like a pretty good installation. Don't see any dust. No bubbles, no lifting. Looks really good. One thing to note is the screen protector does have CASETIFY's name in the top left-hand corner and the bottom right-hand corner. As far as touch, feels nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. The edges are also rounded off, and it does seem to have a gap around the screen for case compatibility, which we will test out as well. As far as fingerprints, it does seem to pick up some smudges on the screen, but you can very easily just wipe those away with minimal effort. Now this is a full coverage screen protector, so it does cover your camera and sensors on the phone. So let's test out our Face ID. Face ID working fine, and as you can see, the screen is crystal clear. Touch working fine. Let's take a look at our camera. Camera looks nice and clear. Don't see any issues there either. Now let's take a look at the screen as if we were looking at it through polarized sunglasses. And as you can see, there is a little bit of a rainbow effect on the screen depending on how you look at it. If you're looking at it dead on, that's pretty much what it looks like. There's really not a rainbow effect until you start twisting and turning the phone and looking at it from off angles. Now let's take a look at the alignment of the screen protector and see if it covers any part of the screen. And if we take a closer look here, you can see that the black borders on the side do cover some of the screen. And you can tell that because you can't see, the whole L in each one of the corners. But if I turn it to the side, you can then kind of see the L underneath. I don't think it's a huge deal because anytime you're going to be looking at the screen, the things you're looking at don't really get right up to the corner. So it's not really a huge deal. And anything on like a website, even again, it typically doesn't come right up to the edge of the screen. So it's only a very small portion. I really don't think it's going to be a huge deal. Now let's see about the gaps on the side. And as you can see, there's just a slight gap between the screen and the screen protector. And the same thing on the other side. This you won't really see if you're putting a case on your phone, so that's not really a big deal either. And let's put it in our case. And it seems to fit the CASETIFY cases perfectly. There's still a slight gap at the bottom of the case here and the top, but on the edges it's a very slight. Don't see any lifting, no bubbles. So it fits perfectly with the CASETIFY cases, but as far as any other case, it may or may not be case friendly. You're just going to have to try it out if you're not using a CASETIFY case. But looking good so far. Then as far as reflection goes, here as you can see, that's what the reflection of my light in the studio looks like. And we'll put our screen on there so you can see. This is what you'd probably be looking at in a really bright light outside. So everything's looking good for the screen protector so far. Now let's move on to the scratch and the drop test. So we're going to start off our test by dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go, 2 feet, go. Moving on 3 feet. 4 feet. 5 feet. 5 feet. Alright, so this screen protector lasts up until a 5-foot drop. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So regular tempered glass starts to scratch at a Mohs hardness number 6. So we're going to start off with the number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. And then finally a number 7. So if we take a closer look, you can see that there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and deeper at a number 7. So scratch resistance seems to be a little bit better than regular tempered glass. So installation for the screen protector was pretty easy. It also does seem like it should be case friendly. It lasted up until a 5-foot drop, and scratch resistance seems to be better than regular tempered glass. So now we're going to move on to the CASETIFY Impact Ultra HD screen protector that has the AGC 9H hardness tempered glass. So the performance of this screen protector should be better than the regular Impact HD. So again, this comes with a large dust sticker, 1 tempered glass screen protector, and we also get some installation wipes underneath. So again, thoroughly clean off your screen with the alcohol wipe. Then dry off your screen. Then take your dust sticker. We're going to peel off one side, stick that down on top of your phone, and then just kind of press out to the other side just like that. Then we're going to take our installation tray. We're going to make sure that the camera cutout is on this side. It's on the top. We're going to lift up the screen protector just like this. Peel off your dust sticker. Take your phone, press it inside the guide, just like this, and then push down on top of your phone to make sure it's in place, and that the screen protector is in between these 2 little posts on the side here. Hold down on the guide with one hand, and pull out the sticker with the other. and then slide your finger down the middle just like this, and it should start to adhere to your phone. And once that's done, you can kind of peel the back off, press up on your phone, and peel off the top sticker. And it looks like we do have some bubbles on the screen, but we should be able to easily get those out with our squeegee. All right, so again, does look like a pretty good installation. I don't see any extra bubbles. I was able to get those out with the squeegee, and I may have gotten some dust underneath the screen, but there's no bubbles to show that they're actually there. It kind of absorbed them, so that seems to be a plus as well. The edges are also rounded off. As far as touch, feels nice and smooth, just like the glass on the phone. It is also a full coverage screen protector, so it does cover our camera and our sensors. And the screen protector also has an anti-glare coating, which you can kind of see from the light here. Kind of dulls down the light just a little bit, and I'll show you a side by side between the AGC and the regular tempered glass, so you guys can see a little bit of a difference between the anti-glare and the not. So let's test out our Face ID. Face ID is working fine. As you can see, the screen is crystal clear. Let's test out our camera. Camera looks nice and clear also. Don't see any issues there. Touch working fine as well. So now let's take a look at the screen as if we were looking at it through polarized sunglasses. And with this screen protector, you can see that it's got less of a rainbow effect than the other one did. Just very slight. So that's also a plus as well. Looking pretty good. So now let's take a look at this. So now let's take a look at the alignment of the screen and see if that's any different. And as you can see, it still does cover some slight edges on the side here because of that black border. And you can tell by the little L where you can't see it over here in the corners. But if I do tilt the screen, you can see the L's a lot better. So the screen protector does cover some of your screen, very slight on the borders here. Again, I don't think it's a huge issue because there's really not a lot going on in those corners except for, maybe when you're using a camera, so it's not a huge deal. Let's test out our gap here. As you can see, there's just a slight gap between the screen protector and the screen on the phone. Same thing on the other side. Now let's put it in one of our cases. And again, it seems to fit the CASETIFY cases perfectly. No lifting, no bubbles. There is a slight gap on the bottom here as well as the top. And on the sides, there's just a ever so slight gap. So it should be case compatible with most cases. Then if you're wondering how much of a raised edge you get with this case with a screen protector, as you can see, you still get a slight raised edge around the front of the case. So everything's looking good for this screen protector so far. Now let's move on to the scratch and the drop test. So again, we're going to be starting off the test with the 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. Here we go. Moving on to 3 feet. 3 feet. So this screen protector lasted up until a 3-foot drop. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So again, regular tempered glass starts to scratch at a Mohs hardness number 6. So we're going to start off the test with a number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. And then finally a number 7. So if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 5. There are light at a number 6 and about the same at a number 7. And because of the anti-reflective coating of the screen, it makes it a lot harder to see these scratches. So scratch resistance seems like it's a little bit better than regular tempered glass. So installation for the screen protector was really easy. It also does seem to be case friendly. It lasted up until a 3-foot drop, and scratch resistance again seems to be better than regular tempered glass. Now, as far as the differences between the two tempered glass screen protectors, the regular Impact HD screen protector seems to have better drop protection than the Impact Ultra HD does. But as far as scratch resistance, both of these screen protectors do seem to be better than regular tempered glass, but the Impact Ultra HD does have the anti-glare coating. Now, as far as my favorite CASETIFY case, I definitely do like the Impact Ring case because it does offer you that metal kickstand with not any extra bulk to your case. But if you want some of the best drop protection out of these three cases, definitely go with the Bounce case. But again, both of these other Impact cases are going to still offer your phone some pretty decent drop protection. But I'm curious to know, out of these three cases, what was your favorite and why? Let me know in the comments below. And again, if you don't like the colors or the patterns on these cases, CASETIFY has a ton of different cases on their website. And if you want to pick any of these up, don't forget to use my link in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.